Station 91 FM. Sounds of the 60s. ABC Radio 2.
Good morning, Avids, and welcome to an edition of the programme with a great competition of interest to Joe Meek fans for sets of CDs compiled from the multitude of EPs that Joe made with his artists over the years. But let's begin with the Beach Boys from 1966, with a song expressing how competition winners might feel. Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? You know it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay together. Wouldn't it be nice if we could wake up in the morning when the day is new, and after having spent the day together, hold each other close the whole night through? What happy times together we've been spending. I wish that every kiss was never ending. But wouldn't it be nice? Maybe if we think and wish and hope and pray it might come true. Run, run, will, baby, then there wouldn't be a single thing we couldn't do. Or we could be married, or we could be married, and be happy, and then we'd be happy. Or wouldn't it be You know, it seems the more we talk about it, it only makes it worse to live without it. But let's talk about it. But wouldn't it be
The Beach Boys in 1966, leading us to Abid's Alert Part 1, naming those whose requests will be played during the first hour this morning. Discs coming for Jackie Clark for her birthday from family in New Zealand and Northern Ireland. And then we have Philippa Hamblett in Peploe, Shropshire, who wants a record for her husband's birthday next Monday. Graham Knight of Southend-on-Sea salutes the recent birthday on the 21st of Feb of his friend Susan Davis in Lee-on-Sea. Terry Davey and his wife Shirley in Crewe would like a record for Terry's birthday tomorrow and for all cricket fans around the country. Barbara Moore, who had a disc played for her own 60th, would now like the same surprise for her two sisters-in-law. That's Colleen Diverson or Deverson and Jean Turner. And the last request on side 1 will be a Marty Wilde record asked for by Anne and Mike Michella in Scarborough. The first of those will follow this 1966 top 20 hit by Dusty Springfield, Little by Little.
Little by little,
Dusty Springfield, also recorded in 66. And now many happy returns for the 60th birthday today of Jackie Clarke, from her brother Stu Bailey and his family in New Zealand, and from Keith and Karen in Northern Ireland. Anything by Billy Fury was asked for, so here's Bill's version of a hit by Frankie Lane, who died a couple of weeks ago. We shall be playing one of his own records as a tribute a little later on. But now for Billy Fury's 1961 number 2 with Jealousy.
Jealousy was only through jealousy our hearts were broken, and angry words were spoken. Now all I have is a memory to cherish so tenderly. With every token you have given to me, I loved you well, for I doubted you in my heart. My life was hell, every moment we were apart. Why did I make that big mistake? I wronged you right from the start. Was all over my jealousy. My crime was my blind jealousy. My heart was afire with desire for you. But I never thought that our love was true. You gave all your kisses to me, but now, all too late, I can see the heartaches I caused you. No wonder I lost you. Was all over my jealousy. You gave all your kisses to me, and now, all too late, I can see the heartaches I caused you. No wonder I lost you. Was all over my jealousy. Was all over my jealousy.
Billy Fury in 1961. Now, remember the singer with the high falsetto, Jimmy Jones, who scored a couple of million-selling #1 hits at the beginning of the 60s? Well, those hits were Handyman and Good Timing, but unfortunately he tried to make too much of a good thing, I'm afraid, and kept coming out with the same sort of tune and the same treatment. People tired of his records, as we shall discover in this week's B-side, A-side feature. Here's a B-side, and it's called That's When I Cried.
I was passing by the church house, just like I always do. Someone was getting married, so I peeped in to see who. Climbed up on a ladder to get a better view, and bless my soul, to my surprise, my darling, it was you. That's when I cried. That's when I cried. I saw him take you for his bride, and I broke right down and I cried. Now, darling, I forgive you, but I never will forget just why you didn't marry me. You haven't told me yet. I'm still in love with someone myself. That's when I cried. That's when I cried. I just couldn't keep it no more inside, so I broke right down and I cried. What's done is done already. That's all there is to that. You got me so bewildered till I don't know where I'm at. Oh, I can't believe you married. Can't get it through my head. And every time it crossed my mind, I wish that I were dead. Today I saw you passing. Hello was all I said. And bless my soul, you looked at me and you turned your pretty head. That's when I cried. That's when I cried. I put my foolish pride aside and I cried. I cried. Oh, I cried. Yeah, I cried. Ooh,
Jimmy Jones in 1960. And here's the A-side of that already too familiar sound and style that only took him to number 35. I Just Go For You.
A rich man goes for a whole lot of money. A honeybee goes for a whole lot of honey. Diddly, 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 dolly too. But me, I guess it goes for you. You. A beatnik goes for a cool bop. A little child goes for a lollipop. Diddly, 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 dolly too. But me, I guess it goes for you. You. 'Cause every time I kiss your ruby red lips, it feels so nice. All out twice. The thrill I get is so brand new. It makes my heart jump like a kangaroo. I grab it well like to swim in the sea. A love goes for a party tree. Diddly, 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 dolly too. But me, I guess it goes for you. Like a kangaroo, a great big whale like to swim in the sea. A love bug goes for a party tree. A diddly, 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 dolly too. But me, I guess it goes for you. You. Whoa, I guess it goes for you. Baby, I go for you.
Jimmy Jones' B and A sides from 1960, which emphasised that his brief period of fame was already over. And next, a letter from Philippa Hamlet in Peploe, Shropshire, welcoming me back on air, thank you very much, and asking me to congratulate her husband on his 58th birthday, which will be on Monday next. Many happy returns. Philippa asked me to give you a name check, but I'm afraid she forgot to tell me what that name is. Dear, they're all like that, you know. However, Mr. Hamlet, she did say that your favourites included the Byrds, so here they are in 1966 with So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star.
So you wanna be a rock and roll star? Then listen now. 'cause you are, and you're a rock and roll star. La 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 la.
The Byrds in 1966.
The BBC Radio 2 Music Club.
From rock music to film scores. He's been at the forefront of exploring styles and genre for the past 40 years. And now, he's turning 60.
Randy Newman told me it's a silly idea, don't do it. It's going to be too hard, it's too much work, you won't sell any records. So I said, well, okay, but I want to get this thing going for me. There again, I want to drive this train a little bit. It's a hell of a train. And it all got up to speed. It was something.
Join Nick Barraclough for this weekend's Radio 2 Music Club documentary and celebrate the life and career of one of the greatest guitarists ever. Get Rhythm. Ride Cuda at 60 this evening from 8 o'clock on 88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
And next, Diana Ross and the Supremes with one of their Motown hits by Holland, Dozier and Holland, a top 10 hit in 1967, The Happening.
Hey life, look at me, I can see the real time. You shook me, took me out of my world. I woke up, suddenly I just woke up to the happening. When you find that you left the future behind, but when you got a tender love you don't take care of, then you better beware of the happening. One day you're up, when you turn around, you find your world is tumbling down. It happened to me, and it can happen to you. I was sure I felt secure until love took the detour. Yeah, riding high on top of the world, it happened. Suddenly it just happened. I saw my dreams on a point when love walked away from my heart. And when you lose that precious love you need to guide you, something happens inside you. The happening. Now I see life for what it is. It's not all green, it's not all good, it's not all bliss. It happened to me, and it can happen once, and then it happened. And then it happened. And then it happened. Is it real? Is it fake? Is this game of life and death? When I lost the love I thought was mine for certain, suddenly I start hurting. I saw the light too late when that fickle finger fell. Yeah, it came and broke my pretty balloon. I woke up, suddenly I just woke up. So sure I felt secure until love took the detour. When you got a tender love you don't take care.
Diana Ross and the Supremes in 67. And so to our super new Joe Meek competition. 3 lucky winners will each receive a magnificent set of collectible CDs by artists associated with Joe Meek. We have to give you a 12 CD box set of Joe Meek EP collection, which includes artists like John Layton, the Tornadoes, Heinz, Mike Berry, the Flea Wreckers, Houston Wells, and so on. Then there are 3 double CDs to add to that, which are Vampires, Cowboys, Spacemen, and Spooks, and that's the very best of Joe Meek's instrumentals. They Were Wrong, Joe's Boys, Volume 1, and Just Like Eddie, the Heinz Anthology. That's the rest of this set. A great set for any Meek fan, I must say. So just listen to these 3 questions you need to answer and get your answers down as quickly as possible. Question number 1. What was the name of Joe Meek's record label that he set up in the early 60s? Question number 2. Who were the first UK instrumental act to have a US number 1? It was a Joe Meek production, of course. And the third and final question. Heinz had 1 top 10 hit with Just Like Eddie, but how many top 50 hits did he score in the UK in the 60s? Well, there are your 3 questions. Send your answers on postcards or the back of sealed envelopes to Joe Meek Comp, SOTS, BBC Radio 2, London W1A 4WW. Or, of course, email us, sots@bbc.co.uk, with the subject box marked Comp. We shall announce the winners in 2 weeks' time. But right now I'm going to announce 1 sample track from these prize CDs, and it's Come On, Let's Go from Heinz.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, little darling. You tell me that you never leave me. Come on, let's go. Again, 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 again. Well, squeeze me all the way down there. Come on, let's go, little darling. Let's go again once more. Well, I love you so, yeah, and I'll never let you go. Come on, baby, so, oh, pretty baby, I love you so. Let's go, little sweetheart, and then we can always be together. Come on, let's go. Again, 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 again. Let's go! So yeah, and I'll never let you go. Come on, baby, so, oh, pretty baby, I love you so. Let's go, little sweetheart, and then we can always be together. Come on, let's go. Again, 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 again. Let's go.
Now that was Heinz with a song by Richie Valens, and there'll be another sample track from these Joe Meek CDs when we repeat competition details and questions on side 2. But next, a letter from Graham Knight of Southend-on-Sea, asking me to mention the birthday last Wednesday of his friend Susan Davies of Lee-on-Sea, also in Essex, of course. A great Cliff fan, I noticed, Susan, who went recently to visit Cliff's Portuguese winery in Lagoa, and also you saw him live at Wembley Arena in 2006. So here he is now with a song that was written for him by Hank and Bruce in 1962 for his film The Young Ones. Got a Funny Feeling.
I've got a funny feeling that I've fallen in love with you. I've got a funny feeling that I'm falling in love with you. Every day and night I dream up dreams of you. Yes, I got a funny feeling that I've fallen in love with you. My heart goes a-bobbing every time I get a sight of you. Yeah, my heart goes a-bobbing every time I get a sight of you. Just to say the word and tell me that I'll do. 'Cause
I got a funny feeling that I've fallen in love with you. Yes, you're the one. Don't try to run. If it turns out right, I'll squeeze you tight when you're in my arms. Tonight you better get a funny feeling that you're falling in love with me. You'd better get a funny feeling that you're falling in love with me. My love can't wait, so make that date and you will see how that you're getting a funny feeling that you're falling in love with me. Yes, you're the one. Don't try to run. If it turns out right, I'll squeeze you tight when you're in my arms. Tonight you better get a funny feeling that you're falling in love with me. You better get a funny feeling that you're falling in love with me. My love can't wait, so make that date and you will see that you're getting a funny feeling that you're falling in love. 'Cause I got a funny feeling that I'm falling in love. I got a funny feeling that I'm falling in love with you.
Cliff and the Shads film song for him from 1962. Now, I mentioned a little while ago when playing a Billy Fury record that it was originally a hit song for Frankie Lane, who died a couple of weeks ago on February the 6th at the remarkable age of 93, leaving a wife, 2 daughters and numerous grandchildren. This outstanding entertainer will be missed as well by a great many fans. In his long career, he made over 70 chart recordings, 21 of which were gold million-selling discs, with total world sales of, can you believe it, 250 million. Here's one that was first a top 10 hit in 1959, and it charted again when re-released in 1960, and it's called Rawhide.
Rolling, 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 rolling,
Keep rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling, rawhide. Through rain and wind and weather, hell-bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good Beatles love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Keep moving, 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 though they're disapproving. Keep them doggies moving, rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope and throw and brand them. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating, my true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
Well, that was one of the hits by the late Frankie Lane, and it brings us now to this week's A to Z of the Beatles. This time, I Gotta Find My Baby, another song covered by the Beatles and only available on the Beatles Live at the BBC. Chuck Berry composed this song and recorded it in 1960, with the Beatles performing it from 1961, with John on lead vocal. In fact, John sang lead vocal on all 9 Chuck Berry songs that the Beatles performed in BBC radio studios. The group performed I Gotta Find My Baby twice for the BBC, once for Saturday Club and once for Pop Go the Beatles. Here's the Pop Go the Beatles version with John goading radio announcer Lee Peters.
But now John has his work cut out on the next one, as he takes the guitar on and off his neck and pulls the harmonica in and out of his
Harp,
face.
it's a harp.
What's a harp?
The harp, I'm playing a harp in this one.
Playing a harp?
Harmonica I play in Love Me Do, harp in this one, little.
But it
Little
goes in
mouth
and out.
organ.
Do you want to do these announcements? Well,
Oh,
go
I
on,
don't.
you go ahead.
Where's
No,
he-
that's all right.
where's he
Tell
gone?
him what the next song.
We'd like to carry on with Chuck Berry's I've Got to Find My Baby, Don't Know Where She's Been. Pardon? Hello? Love these goon shows.
I'm gonna search this town from door to door. Love I crave, I can't find no more. I gotta find my baby. I declare there ain't a lie. I ain't had no real good loving since that woman said goodbye. You know I hate to see the sun sink into the west, 'cause I know my whole life's gonna be one solid mess. Gotta find my baby, I declare there ain't a lie. I ain't had no real good loving since that woman said goodbye. Well, ever since the day that she said we were through, I've been nervous and shook up too. I gotta find my baby, I declare there ain't a lie. Ain't had no real good loving since that woman said goodbye. Well, I don't care if the last thing I ever do in my life, I'm gonna find that little woman, make her my wife. I'm gonna find my baby, I declare there ain't a lie. I ain't had no real good loving since that woman said goodbye.
Well, that was this week's contribution to our A to Z of the Beatles. Now, Terry Davey of Crewe tells me that tomorrow will be his own 64th birthday, many happy returns, and it also marks the 50th anniversary of That'll Be the Day by the Crickets. He said he'd like to hear any post-Holly Crickets record, with a special mention for his wife Shirley, and for all dedicated Crickets fans around the country, and there are a great many I do know. So, here they are then, the Crickets, with the UK number 5 from 1962, Please Don't Ever Change.
You never wear a stitch of lace, and powder's never on your face. You're always wearing jeans, except on Sunday. But please don't ever change. No, don't you ever change. I kinda like you just the way you are. You don't know the latest dance, but when it's time to make romance, your kisses let me know you're not a tomboy. So please don't ever change. No, don't you ever change. Oh, promise me you're always gonna be as sweet as you are. I love you when you're happy. I love you when you're blue. I love you when you're mad at me. So how can I get tired of you? Lots lots of other girls I've seen know how to treat guys mean, but you would rather die than ever hurt me. So please don't ever change. No, don't you ever change. Oh, promise me you're always gonna be as sweet as you are. Please don't ever change. Don't you ever change. Please don't ever change. Don't you ever change.
The Crickets in 1962, followed now by a spot more Motown from 1967. This was made by the Detroit Spinners and had been written by Stevie Wonder. It's called What Am I Gonna Do Without You?
Tell me, baby, you can't be replaced, 'cause I'm crazy about you, baby. Believe me, baby, loving you was my reason to live. Losing you leaves me nothing to give. Oh, what will I do without you, baby? Tell me, baby, what?
Released by the Detroit Spinners in 1967, What Am I Gonna Do Without You? And next a line from Barbara Moore, who says she so much enjoyed the great surprise when she had a record played on this programme for her 60th birthday that she'd like her sisters-in-law to enjoy the same experience on their 60ths. So for Colleen Deverson and Joan Turner, with sincere congratulations and many happy returns, here's Cilla Black with her 1966 top 10 hit, Alfie.
What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment we live? What's it all about when you started out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give? Or are we meant to be kind and if only fools are kind, Alfie? Then I guess it is wise to be cruel. And if life belongs only to the strong, Alfie, what will you then on an old golden rule? And show love any day. Elfie.
Cilla Black's hit with Bacharach and David's song, Alfie. And next a US hit for this date in 1967 by P.J. Proby, when he reached number 34 and peaked at 23 4 weeks later with Nicky Hokey.
Way down Louisiana, out in Cajun land, folks got something going, goes something like, careful, get your tootsie. I wants to tie you for a ting man. You dig me on the Scooby-Doo. I dig you on the Scooby-Doo. You over-fool you. You over-fool you, little girl. Get hip to the concentration of the fool out weed. Molly Squad and Miss Molly, everything goes now. Look at boo, look at you. What I like to do to you, girl, you over-fool you. You over-fool you, little girl. Get hip to the concentration of the fool out weed. Nicky Hokey, Papa's doing time in the pokey. Your sister's on a trip, your mama died here. Little girl, you looking okay, you over-fool you. You over-fool you. Get here to the concentration of the fool out weed. Follow me. Over-fool you, little girl. Get here to the concentration of the fool out weed. Listen to me now. Nicky Hokey, your papa's doing time in the pokey. Your sister's on a trip, your mama died here. Little girl, you looking okay. You over-fool you. You over-fool you, little girl. Get here to the concentration of the fool out weed. I talk about your fool out. Come on, talk about your way. Talk about your fool out. Talk about your way.
A US hit for P.J. Proby in 1967. And so to our final side one request, which came from Anne and Mike Minchella of Scarborough. Thanks for your best wishes on my return. I feel better already. And here's the disc that you asked us for. Tomorrow's Clown, top 40 in 1961 by Marty Wilde.
In the evening, when the lights are low, I hear him say he loves you so, but don't believe him. He's leaving town, and he'll make you tomorrow's clown. Oh, can't you see
Marty Wilde from 1961. And here's one of those memorable hits by Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Tish. This one reached 23 in 1969, Snake in the Grass.
Beautiful morning, down by the river, without a warning, who'd ever guess you'd come across a snake in the grass? Every day now, you take a walk in, what do you say now? If you should meet an evil-minded snake in the grass, stop and watch where you're putting your feet. My sweetie, I don't wanna do anything bad, but you make me mad and I'm about your face right, neck right, all right, right, 'cause I'm a snake in the grass, whoa, a snake in the grass. See me, look at a surprise. Should you get entangled with the snake in the grass, under my thick skin, I can be lonely. He's gonna come in and end my sad existence as a snake in the grass. Stop and watch where you're putting your feet. My sweet, I don't wanna do anything bad, but you make me bad and I'm about your face right, neck right, all right, right, 'cause I'm a snake in the grass, whoa, a snake in the grass. Sad existence as a snake in the grass. My sad existence as a snake in the grass.
Dave D and the Lads in 1969. And that brings us to the final track on side 1 before the Radio 2 9 o'clock news summary, after which we shall be back with much more, including a repeat of our Joe Meek competition on side 2. Our Up to the News instrumental now is by the drummer who had his 15 minutes of fame as deputy for Ringo in the Beatles. This is Jimmy Nicol with one of his own records called Husky from 1964.
Husky.
We'll be back shortly on 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.